So now we're heading to the Houston's Natural History Museum. Oh my god. Take 3.
We started off our trip to Houston at the Hyatt Regency. It is centrally located and the rooms are very spacious. But the real selling point of this hotel is the amazing view of downtown Houston.
Gonna have some lunch here in downtown Houston. We're in Midtown, and we found ourselves a dinner spot location, which is usually a German or Turkish specialty. But they have a couple of them in Houston, so ready to dig in. That was delicious. Kind of messy. That was delicious. Spicy, really spicy. I did mine without any cilantro. It was so good and almost like back in Germany. Now we are off to the Natural History Museum here in Houston.
The Houston Museum of Natural Science is located just around the corner from Herman Park. The museum features tons of permanent exhibits, including the butterfly rainforest and a planetarium. There are also changing exhibits, such as Faces from the Southern Ocean and Message in a Bottle, which were active when we were there. We love the interactive elements too, like these virtual reality Arctic creatures. But the real star for us was the paleontology exhibition, said to be America's largest collection of fossils. We spent a good 2 hours just roaming around and discovering all the creatures of the ancient past.
The heaviest, most dangerous predator of the world, the crocodile.
The exhibit winds and weaves through the years, allowing you to move freely, even on a crowded day like during spring break. But it's almost more than your mind can comprehend. There were also exhibits like the Cabinet of Curiosities, a showcasing of Texas wildlife, Fabergé from the Queen, and amazing gemstones. But after 4 hours of exploring, we were done for and went back to our hotel to reboot. Next up was Houston at night.
So we tried to do a few little drone shots, but apparently there's a detention center here somewhere, and we almost crashed the drone. So instead, we're just gonna go to dinner, do the little few sunset shots. Bovine and Barley, which is on Main Street, and I'm gonna have, what is it? Uncle Billy's Last Day Lager, which is German lager. Looks nice. Tasty. Cheers. So I'm eating these B&B brisket tacos filled with all kinds of tomatoes and looks like some fresh jalapenos, and I got even more jalapenos over here and some sauce, and let's see what it's like. Oh my god. It is sweet and amazingly delicious. Really, really good. You should come here.
Bovine and Barley was a cool spot with some really great food. The restaurant seemed really popular with the after-work crowd, and all of us thoroughly enjoyed our food and drinks. Afterwards, we took advantage of their game room, loaded with all the classics.
Welcome to Space Center Houston. This is a little bit south of Houston, and obviously where it all happens, you know, landing on the moon, all of that came right here in Houston. So we're very excited to go in and check it out.
The Space Center has lots to see and do, and even on a busy day, you have no trouble accessing everything. From moonwalks, to spacecraft, to life in space, to virtual reality space drives, and even real astronauts. You'll find it all here. We really enjoyed the tram tours, but it was up to a 3-hour wait for the longer tour. So we went for the 30-minute version instead, and were not disappointed. You'll see the NASA campus, which is really just a bunch of buildings. And then some very cool rockets, including the amazing Saturn V rocket, which just blew our minds. Learning about all the Apollo missions it was used for was really neat as well. After that, we squeezed in a second tour to the Neutral Buoyancy Center, a short bus ride away, which was super cool. It's where the astronauts learn weightlessness and practice everything they'll need to do in space. Finally, we wrapped up our day with a trip through the shuttle model and a transport aircraft, which showed more about life in space, on the shuttle, and beyond. Don't forget to try out the kids' games on your way out, too.
Well, that's it for us here at the Johnson Space Center in Houston. We spent about 6 hours wandering around doing tours. It was amazing. You've got to come here.
Our stop for the night was Kemah, so we headed south toward the Gulf and hoped it wouldn't rain.
Ready to check in? Holiday in Kemah.
This was a really nice, clean hotel with all the amenities and tons of storage. It's also just a few blocks walk to the Lighthouse district, with its bars, restaurants, and other businesses. A very large marina, and the Kemah Boardwalk. And the best burgers on the planet. No joke. We visited Tookies for dinner and loved the ambiance and the food. Oh, the food.
St. Arnold's Amber Ale, brewed in Houston, Texas. Oh my God. That's a good burger right there. Wow, Tookies was incredible. I did the chili cheeseburger, also known as the Texan. When in Texas, do as a Texan. And we got to do a little shout out to Mike, who we met earlier today at the Space Center, because he recommended that we come here tonight, and wow, was he right. So Mike the electrician, thanks for that awesome tip.
After dinner, we walked up a few calories at the Kemah Boardwalk. Full of rides and games, the boardwalk was packed with families despite a little drizzle. Per ride or all-you-can-ride tickets are available, or it's included if you got the City Pass Houston. Mackenzie had to take advantage of as many as she could before closing time at 11 p.m.
What's happening is Mackenzie's gonna go on some crazy ride now.
think? You dizzy?
A little.
The next morning, we fueled up on fresh donuts before making our way back into Houston.
Oh yeah. That's tasty. 7,000 calories.
And after breakfast, we hit the road, already thinking about our next visit. If you visit Houston, be sure to check out the City Pass Houston, which includes all these locations we visited for a single entry price. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again soon.